Good morning, YouTubers, friends, followers, subscribers, Trevorites, especially the Trevorites, my lovers, my haters, and many of you that are probably wasted spacers, but chickens. Anyway, listen, thanks guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a wonderful 24 hours, and just as I'm about to say that, I get an itch in my nose. Does that mean I'm lying? I don't know. Or maybe it just means because I've just trimmed part of my thing. I've just trimmed it. Make myself look presentable. But yes, what a 24 hours. Do you know what? I have to say again a big shout out, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a big shout out again to Daniel Boland, because since I haven't pushed anything. That's a lie. That word came out wrong. Since I pushed out a little promotion for him on my community page, my channel has grown, and I will say thank you very much to all those wonderful Daniel Boland's supporters. And yeah, thank you. Looking forward. However, let's go back. Let's start what's happening now. Tonight, 7 p.m, I will be on the channel, Absolutely Average, and I will be chatting with Russ for a while tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Yes. So we'll see how that goes. We always chat beforehand to make sure we're both singing off the same song sheet. It's not set up, as you can probably tell by the conversations. It flows. It flows and it goes. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. But this morning, though, I'm lying in bed. My son's already up. He's already gone to his game and playing his game and stuff. My dog's been fed this morning. My son's fed this morning. My boys are fed. The kettle's on, but I go back and I lay back down in bed just to chill for a bit. Just to chill. And as I'm laying there and chilling, I get the old where my dog's telling me, time to go out. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I try and ignore him for as long as possible until all of a sudden, I have two legs on my chest and his face is there looking at me like, yeah, we're talking about you. Come here. We're talking about you. So there we go. So I had to deal with that this morning. But then I get notifications on my phone. The notifications on my phone. I had a notification on YouTube. I'm like, okay. Went on there, had a look at it. And I noticed there was a live. Someone was doing a live conversation, a live video this morning. I'm not going to mention their channel name. Not doing that again. Already messed up the other one, didn't I? Anyway, so they're doing a live. It's black. There's no one on the screen. It's just a voice. And it's about, well, and I'm going to mention this again. I'm not going to highlight this channel, but they were talking about that channel that we all had a moan at the other day. And all I heard was, but she's a wonderful person. I've heard her videos. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. And I just thought, wow. I checked this channel and I went, why am I subscribed to this channel? Unsubscribe. I just thought, it's just crazy. I mean, there's people out there that believe this nonsense, and I just thought, I don't want to be part of this nonsense circle. I want to stand outside this circle with all the other great YouTubers and move forward together. But it's just weird, isn't it? And I noticed the fitness hutch. His channel's growing. He's nearly got 600 subscribers. So he's about 25 away. So jump across there, people. Right. Now, there's been a bit of a fallout in the last couple of days, and I've noticed it. I think I've probably been part of it because I posted something about it, and it went viral. I didn't mean to on Twitter, but it did. And that is the sports brand Nike. I don't understand what's going on in the world we live in. Now, I understand also that I have got subscribers who have children that are going through transition. I understand that. Now, listen. I wish them all the best. I think they'll have wonderful lives. I wish everyone the best. I want everyone to have an equal footing. What I don't like, though, and I'm sure you will admit this to the parents of those transitioning, is why can't we just let them transition and get on with their lives? Why do we have to put posters out going, my child is a transgender? Yes, who's got a problem? Well, no one had a problem until you shout it out the fucking window. Now everyone's looking at you going, well, no one gives a fuck. Why don't you care? We just don't care. But you should care. But we don't care. But why don't you care? We don't give a fuck. But you should care. No, we don't. Your child, fucking get on with it. Go and buy them condoms and the pill. Just fucking leave us alone. I don't understand why it has to be celebrated. People don't understand that this is a mental health condition. And rather than get these people the right help they need, we just go, yep, stick them on a chopping block, let's cut it off the fuck. Yep, let's go with it. I don't understand it, people. Maybe it's because I don't understand it, but do you know what? We all deserve to be treated equally. Of course we do. But the minute you are a Sharon Davies or a Kelly Holmes, now by the way, Kelly Holmes is a fantastic athlete, double Olympic champion. She's a women's advocate. She's also part of the LGBT community. And even Kelly and all these women are going, but I understand that you want to be a woman, but that doesn't mean you have to compete against us. You're stronger. You've got different chromosomes. You've different strengths, different abilities than women. You're built differently. But I had my penis cut off. Yeah, but everything else is still the same. You still got the same DNA. So the weird thing is the fact that Nike have now decided to sponsor a transgender woman. And they're advertising their new Nike sports bras with him. That's an insult to women all over the globe. We have fucking thousands of Olympic champions across the world, world champions, Olympic champions, Commonwealth champions, tennis stars, athletes, basketball stars, netball stars, golf heroes. It just, I'm sure I'm going to leave sports out. Football stars. But, why go with this? It doesn't make sense. I just think, Nike, if you go woke, you end up going broke. And that's the bottom line. We need to get away from it. Right. Back to the news. What's happening in the United Kingdom? Well, as I have been saying for the last 4 or 5 years, we are, as United Kingdom politicians, deliberately dwindling our armed forces. We're letting them go. I don't know why we're doing it. I've got my own incline about why we're doing it, but we are deliberately not treating our armed forces well. We're not. We're giving everything away. Let's not talk about Ukraine, but we have given them a lot of our defence budget. We are sending teams out there to train their soldiers. We're letting their wounded come to our hospitals. We're rehousing their families here, which I agree with, because they actually are people that are fleeing persecution and conflict. So we should rehouse them. Probably the only ones at the minute that we should be rehousing, if I'm honest. So there we go. Now the problem is, and people talk about the boats coming to Dover. See, if those boats were filled with Ukrainian families, no one would have an issue, and we would dig out deep to help them. But they're not. It's very, very rare. In fact, it's not. There's never a Ukrainian family in those boats, is there? Yeah. And if there was Ukrainians, I'll tell you now, there would be loads around here because people would dig deep to help these families out, which we should be doing. So no one's got a complaint about that. But we are giving everything away to Ukraine because they're at conflict and war. We're trying to help them, which has resulted in the decline of the UK armed forces, right? First of all, let's go back 24 months ago. The armed forces in the UK had 82,000 troops. Last year, because of, and I've written it here, because of lack of, because of poor pay, poor wages, right? Squalid housing conditions that they're living in, and a lack of equipment, over 3,000 people left the armed forces last year. Now, here's the weird thing about this now. So we're now down to 79,000 in our armed forces, right? I've got more subscribers on YouTube. My subscribers could defeat the British Army. There we go. However, over the next 12 months, the UK government is going to actually get rid of another 6,000 troops, taking our armed forces down to 73,000. We're cutting back 6,000 troops because we are trying to save 2.5 billion. But Ben Wallace has just been given 5 billion for the MOD. Why didn't he just take 2.5 and save 6,000 jobs? You have to think about that. So we're getting rid of another 6,000 troops. Now, why are we dwindling away our armed forces when we are at a danger with China, with Russia, with what's happening in North Korea? We are having thousands and thousands of people. In fact, over 4,000 people this year have arrived in small boats across our country and are now living in hotels all over the country. Over 400 hotels across the United Kingdom are filled with fighting age males. And we're getting rid of things. It doesn't make sense. I can't see what's behind this, but do you know what? I'll never support Labour because Labour ruined Northern Ireland. They let all the terrorists out onto the street of Northern Ireland and they continue to kill police officers and target those in government roles. You just don't hear about it now in England in the news because they have cut off that type of stuff across there so we don't get to hear it. Yes. And I won't support Conservative now either because they've ruined the armed forces and they've ruined the country. It's like Labour wants to flood the United Kingdom with foreign nationals so they get the votes. But Conservative want the taxes to death while they all become multimillionaires. It's just two parties which are just complete polar opposites, but they've got the same politics. They all want to be rich. There we go. In fact, the ex-head of the British Army, General Lord Richards, has made this statement, and I will quote him. "Never in my life has the armed forces been weaker." There we go. It's a shocking place. It's a shocking time, isn't it? It really is. You know, we can do our best. Don't get me wrong. I do fully understand that Johnny Mercer, the MP from Plymouth, is working extremely hard for the veteran side of things. But, you know, we can't have 20 Johnnies in there, can we? But it's a shower. It really is. Terrible time to be alive, really, isn't it? But also the best time to be alive because the internet gives the weakest people in society can use the internet to become the biggest bullies. The biggest bullies in the internet. They're all tough on the internet, aren't they? Noticed it this morning. But there we go. Listen, people. Oh, big shout out to Fatima Whitbread, who sent me a lovely little Easter thing this morning. And I appreciate you, Fatima. I appreciate you. And it's Good Friday today. Hopefully there'll be a lot of good things happen today. But listen, have a great day. Zeus, you're going back to your mummy soon. At 10 o'clock, she's coming to collect you. Have a great day. But most of all, people, don't forget to tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Absolutely average. Take care. Stay safe.